Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2021 movie Eternals. So in this movie, the Eternals are a team of ancient aliens who have been living on Earth in secret for thousands of years. When an unexpected tragedy forces them out of the shadows, they are forced to reunite against mankind's most ancient enemy, the Deviants. This movie is okay. There are way too many characters introduced in this movie, and a lot of them are underdeveloped and or just kind of there for little bits of the movie, and then they get killed off without any development or anything and everything. So this is one of the weaker MCU movies for me, and everything. Is one of the few movies where I just don't really care too much for the characters. My favorite one, if I had to choose one, would be Kingo, played by Kumail Nanjiani. I think is how you say his name. I probably butchered it, but I really liked him in here. I thought he stole the show. He was just really funny and really likable and everything. And Gemma Chan as Cersei is fine. She's pretty good. Richard Madden as Icarus is pretty good. He's actually one of the ones I thought was pretty well casted in this movie. I liked his performance and everything. But Barry Keoghan as Droog was okay. But all of the cast are just fine in their roles. Angelina Jolie has a role in here as Thena. She doesn't really do much. It was one of the biggest disappointments I had with the movie. Is I was really excited to see her in the MCU, and she didn't really get to shine very much in this movie, and I wish that they could have done more with her and her character. I will say that even though I don't really care for the movie very much, Chloe Zhao's directing is really good. She's a really great director, and everything I've seen her in or seen that she's done has been better than this movie. She's done a couple independent movies, and the Oscar-winning movie Nomadland. I've seen two of her other movies. I haven't seen one of them called The Rider. I haven't seen that one yet, but the other two were really good movies and everything. But this one was just really mediocre and everything. I was really disappointed with how it turned out, and I know a lot of people that didn't like this movie that have said that they felt like this one's kind of pointless in the MCU because they haven't done anything to follow up with it or announced any sequels or anything because it underperformed and everything. So I don't know what Marvel's going to do with these characters, but hopefully they do something with them. Maybe later down the line they'll become more likable characters, and who knows, maybe one day they'll be just as lovable as some of the characters we've come to love so far. And this movie does have some good action moments, but a lot of the action scenes are bogged down with really bad CGI. The Deviants just look terrible. The CGI in this is pretty bad, but that's part of Phase 4, and it's not really just Phase 4 though. The MCU's never really had the best CGI anyway, but Phase 4 has been the worst. It's gotten the worst of the worst from CGI because of them overworking their workers and stuff like that, which is understandable on why it's not going to look as good, because the workers didn't get to finish their jobs and everything. I think they should have let them do that, but yeah, I think this movie is alright and everything, and like I said, it's 2.5 hours long, and it feels like it runs way longer than that. It just feels like it could have been a lot better of a movie, but for what it is, it's okay. So I'd say I'd give Eternals a 5 out of 10. It's not one of my most favorite MCU movies. In fact, it's one of my least favorite MCU movies. And it's not one that I'm going to want to revisit very often. I'd probably only revisit if I'm watching the MCU stuff, or if I'm just in the mood for something that's a really big slow burn that doesn't really ever pick up pacing or anything, then maybe. But the third act didn't really pick up the pace enough for me. I just felt like this was kind of a boring movie and everything. But it's watchable and everything. That's why I at least give it a 5, because I can tolerate watching it every now and then. But it's not one that I want to rewatch, or it's not a go-to MCU movie for me for sure. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Eternals. Do you think it's one of the best MCU movies? Do you think it's one of the worst MCU movies, or you like me just think it's kind of mediocre and everything? Let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.